Lesson 1, Preparing for Guests.
Good afternoon, Anna. How are you today?
Good afternoon, John. I am doing well, thank you. How about you?
I feel great. I wanted to discuss cleaning habits today.
That sounds interesting. Cleaning is important, especially before guests arrive.
I agree. What is one thing you always clean first when guests arrive?
I always clean the living room. It is where we spend most of our time.
That is a wise choice. What do you focus on when cleaning the living room?
I tidy up the cushions and dust the coffee table. A clean space feels inviting.
That makes perfect sense. Do you have any other areas you prioritize?
I also make sure to clear clutter from the dining area. It creates a welcoming atmosphere.
A clean dining area is essential for hosting. Have you ever felt rushed while cleaning?
Yes, sometimes I feel the pressure to clean everything quickly. It can be stressful.
I understand. Guests often show up unexpectedly. What strategies do you use to manage your time?
I prioritize tasks. I focus on the most visible areas first.
That is a smart approach. How long do you usually spend cleaning before guests arrive?
I try to spend about 30 minutes. It is usually enough time for a quick tidy up.
That sounds reasonable. Do you ever ask for help from family or friends?
Yes, I often involve my family. Teamwork makes cleaning faster and more fun.
I agree. Working together can create a pleasant atmosphere. What about you, John? What do you clean first for guests?
I am curious to know.
I always clean the kitchen first. It is a crucial area when hosting.
That is crucial. What specific tasks do you focus on in the kitchen?
I wash the dishes and wipe down the counters. A clean kitchen feels welcoming.
For sure. Guests often congregate in the kitchen, especially during meals.
Exactly. I also make sure the stove is clean. It makes a good impression.
That sounds important. It reflects your attention to detail.
Yes. Do you have any quick tips for making cleaning easier?
I recommend using multi-surface cleaners. They save time and effort.
That is a great idea. I will definitely consider that.
Also, keeping a cleaning schedule can help. It divides tasks into manageable parts.
That is a good point. A schedule can reduce last minute stress.
Yes. What advice would you give to someone who struggles with cleaning before guests?
I would suggest focusing on high traffic areas first. It can make a big difference.
That is solid advice. Thank you for sharing your cleaning strategies, John.
Thank you, Anna. I enjoyed discussing our cleaning habits.
Lesson 2, Moments of Courage.
Good afternoon, Anna. How are you today?
Good afternoon, John. I am doing well, thank you. How about you?
I feel great. I wanted to discuss moments of bravery today.
That sounds intriguing. Bravery can take many forms.
I agree. What is a moment you felt brave recently?
Recently, I gave a speech at a community event. I felt quite nervous.
That sounds challenging. What was the topic of your speech?
I spoke about the importance of community involvement. It is a subject I care about deeply.
That is an important topic. How did you prepare for your speech?
I practiced many times in front of friends. Their feedback helped me improve.
That is a great strategy. Did you still feel anxious on the day of the speech?
Yes, I felt butterflies in my stomach. But I reminded myself of my message.
That is a good way to boost confidence. How did the audience react?
They were attentive and engaged. Their smiles encouraged me to continue.
That sounds rewarding. What was the highlight of your speech?
I shared a personal story about how community support changed my life.
Personal stories can resonate with others. It makes the message relatable.
Exactly. I believe genuine experiences connect us.
Have you thought about speaking again in the future?
Yes. I want to share more ideas with my community.
That is a commendable goal. It takes courage to speak publicly.
Thank you, John. What about you? When did you feel brave recently?
I felt brave when I confronted a difficult situation at work.
That sounds challenging. What happened?
A coworker was struggling with their tasks, and I decided to help.
That requires bravery. How did you approach the situation?
I offered my assistance in a supportive and respectful manner.
That is admirable. It can be difficult to address issues directly.
Yes, but I wanted to create a positive environment. Helping others is essential.
I completely agree. Did your coworker appreciate your help?
Yes, they expressed gratitude. It strengthened our teamwork.
That is wonderful. Helping each other can foster a strong workplace.
Exactly. Do you believe acts of bravery can inspire others?
Absolutely. When we act bravely, we encourage others to do the same.
I think so too. It creates a ripple effect of courage.
Thank you for sharing your brave moments, John.
Thank you, Anna. I enjoyed discussing our experiences of bravery.
Lesson 3: Creating an enjoyable workspace.
Good afternoon, Anna. How are you today?
Good afternoon, John. I am doing well, thank you. How about you?
I feel great. I wanted to discuss workspaces today.
That sounds interesting. An enjoyable workspace can improve productivity.
Absolutely. What is a way you keep your workspace enjoyable?
I decorate my desk with plants. They add life and color.
Plants can brighten any space. What types do you have?
I have a small succulent and a peace lily. They are easy to care for.
Those are great choices. Do you find that plants help your mood?
Yes. They create a calming atmosphere. It feels peaceful while I work.
I can imagine. Do you also have any personal items on your desk?
Yes, I have photos of my family and friends. They remind me of good times.
That is a lovely idea. Personal touches can make a workspace feel more inviting.
Exactly. It creates a sense of comfort. What about you, John? How do you make your workspace enjoyable?
I like to keep my workspace organized. A tidy desk helps me focus.
Organization is essential. How do you keep it tidy?
I use storage boxes for supplies. It reduces clutter and creates space.
That is a smart approach. Do you have any inspirational quotes around your workspace?
Yes, I have a small board with quotes. They motivate me during tough days.
Motivational quotes can provide a boost when needed. Do you have a favorite quote?
My favorite is, "Believe you can, and you are halfway there."
That is a powerful quote. Believing in oneself is crucial.
Yes. It can inspire action and overcome obstacles.
What about music? Do you listen to music while working?
Yes, I enjoy listening to instrumental music. It helps me concentrate.
That sounds nice. Music can create a pleasant atmosphere for focus.
Absolutely. I also like to take short breaks to walk outside.
That is a great idea. Fresh air can refresh your mind and body.
Yes. It feels revitalizing to step away for a moment.
I believe that balance is key for an enjoyable workspace.
I agree. How often do you rearrange your workspace?
I change my layout every few months. It keeps things interesting.
That is a smart strategy. A new layout can promote creativity.
Yes. It inspires new ideas and perspectives.
Thank you for sharing your tips, Anna. These ideas are inspiring.
Thank you, John. I enjoyed discussing ways to create enjoyable workspaces.
I look forward to our next conversation about enhancing productivity.
Lesson 4: The Sounds of Sleep.
Good evening, Anna. How are you today?
Good evening, John. I am well, thank you. How about you?
I feel great. I wanted to talk about sleep and sounds tonight.
That sounds cozy. Sounds can significantly affect our sleep quality.
I agree. What is the sound you love to fall asleep to?
I love the sound of gentle rain. It is soothing and calming.
Rain is a beautiful sound. How does it make you feel when you listen?
It makes me feel relaxed and peaceful. It helps me drift off to sleep.
That is wonderful. Have you ever tried using a white noise machine?
Yes, I have. It creates calming sounds, similar to rain.
That sounds beneficial for sleep. Do you have any other favorite sounds?
I also enjoy the sound of ocean waves. They have a rhythmic quality.
Ocean sounds can be very relaxing. Do you listen to them often?
Yes. I play ocean sounds when I want to unwind or meditate.
That is a smart strategy. Meditation and relaxation are important for well being.
Absolutely. What about you, John? What sound do you enjoy for sleep?
I love the sound of a crackling fireplace. It feels warm and comforting.
A fireplace sound creates a cozy atmosphere. How does it help you sleep?
The crackling reminds me of home and safety. It helps me relax.
That is lovely. What else do you do to create a peaceful sleep environment?
I keep the room dark and cool. It enhances my sleep quality.
That is important. A comfortable environment can make a difference.
Yes. I also avoid screens before bed. It helps calm my mind.
That is a wise choice. Blue light can interfere with sleep.
Exactly. Have you ever tried using sleep apps?
Yes, I have used apps with sleep sounds and guided meditations. They are helpful.
That is great. Finding the right sounds can enhance relaxation.
What other sounds do you think promote good sleep?
Soft instrumental music can be effective. It helps create a soothing atmosphere.
I agree. It can set a calm tone for bedtime.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts, Anna. This conversation has been enlightening.
Thank you, John. I enjoyed discussing the sounds of sleep with you.
I look forward to our next conversation about relaxation techniques.
Lesson 5: Time-saving strategies.
Good afternoon, Anna. How are you today?
Good afternoon, John. I am doing well, thank you. How about you?
I feel great. I wanted to discuss time saving techniques today.
That sounds useful. Everyone can benefit from saving time.
I completely agree. What is a way you save time each day?
I prepare my meals in advance. It helps me eat healthy and save time.
Meal prepping is a fantastic strategy. How do you go about it?
I usually plan my meals for the week on Sundays. I cook and portion everything.
That sounds efficient. How do you decide what to cook?
I choose recipes that can last a few days. I consider variety, too.
That is smart. Do you store the meals in separate containers?
Yes. I use clear containers to see what I have prepared. It is very organized.
That must make it easy to grab a meal. Have you found this method beneficial?
Absolutely. I save time during busy weekdays. I can just heat and eat.
That is a great way to simplify your routine. Do you have other time saving tips?
I automate tasks whenever possible. For instance, I set up automatic bill payments.
That is a wise move. Automating tasks can reduce stress and free up time.
Yes. It allows me to focus on more enjoyable activities.
What about your mornings? How do you save time during that rush?
I lay out my clothes the night before. It saves decisions in the morning.
That is a great tip. It can make mornings more efficient.
Yes. Also, I prepare my lunch the night before to avoid morning chaos.
Preparing lunch ahead of time is smart. It must reduce morning stress.
Definitely. What about you, John? How do you save time each day?
I use a task management app to organize my schedule.
That sounds effective. How does it help you manage your time?
It allows me to prioritize tasks and set reminders. I check it daily.
That is a great strategy. Staying organized can enhance productivity.
Yes. It helps me stay focused on what matters most.
Do you find that planning your day improves your time management?
Absolutely. It prevents wasting time on unimportant tasks.
Time management is key to achieving goals. Do you have other methods you use?
I try to limit distractions. I turn off notifications on my phone while working.
That is a smart idea. Minimizing distractions can enhance focus.
Yes. I encourage others to find their own quiet space for work.
I agree. A peaceful environment is essential for productivity.
Thank you for sharing your time saving strategies, Anna.
Thank you, John. I enjoyed discussing ways to optimize our days.
I look forward to our next conversation about balancing work and life.
Lesson 6: A New Tradition.
Greetings, Anna. How are you today?
I am well, thank you, John. How about you?
I feel quite good, thank you. Have you thought about traditions recently?
Yes, I have. Traditions can hold significant meaning.
They certainly can. What sort of tradition would you like to start?
I would like to begin a tradition of community storytelling.
That sounds intriguing. What inspired you?
Stories connect people. They share history and culture.
I agree. Each person's story is unique and valuable.
Exactly. Imagine gathering once a month to share tales.
That would create a strong bond among community members.
People could share funny, tragic, or inspiring stories.
This could help others learn about different perspectives.
Yes, and it would encourage creativity and expression.
Have you considered where this would take place?
Perhaps a local park or community center.
That would be accessible for everyone.
Additionally, it could be a casual atmosphere, allowing comfort.
Comfort is essential for open storytelling.
Would you participate in such an event?
I would love to share a story. What about you?
I would tell the story of my grandmother.
That sounds captivating. What did she do?
She traveled the world and experienced many cultures.
It must have been challenging but enriching.
Indeed, it taught her resilience and adaptability.
Those are important qualities. What else would you include?
I would encourage attendees to share their own traditions.
That could lead to a rich tapestry of stories.
Exactly. Each tradition has its own significance and charm.
It could even inspire others to create new traditions.
That is the goal, John. To inspire and unite.
What else can we do to promote this tradition?
We can use social media to reach a broader audience.
That is a good idea. Social media connects people worldwide.
Yes, and we can create a hashtag to spread awareness.
What hashtag would you suggest?
Perhaps hashtag community stories or hashtag tales beyond borders.
Those names are appealing and relevant.
Thank you. I hope people will join us.
I believe they will. It sounds exciting and engaging.
Indeed. What else do you think we should consider?
We should involve local schools and organizations.
Great suggestion. Involving youth can foster creativity early.
They can share stories that reflect their experiences.
Yes, and it would promote intergenerational dialogue.
That could enhance understanding across age groups.
It would also build mutual respect within the community.
This tradition could truly transform our neighborhood.
I hope so. I am passionate about connecting people.
Passion is contagious and can motivate many.
Thank you for your support, John. It means a lot.
I am always here to support worthwhile ideas.
We should discuss logistics soon.
Absolutely. Planning is vital for success.
What date do you think we should aim for?
Perhaps the first Saturday of the month?
That sounds perfect. It would be a timely gathering.
Agreed. It should be something people look forward to.
I am excited to see it unfold.
Me too, Anna. Let us make this tradition a reality.
Together, we can achieve great things.
I look forward to our first storytelling event.
Lesson 7, Reflections at Sunset.
What is one question you ask yourself at the end of the day?
I often ask myself, did I make the most of my day?
That is a profound question. What makes you feel you succeeded?
I feel successful when I complete my tasks. I also reflect on my interactions with others.
That is insightful. Do you think relationships determine our success?
Yes, relationships are crucial. They shape our experiences and emotions.
How do you nurture these relationships?
I invest time in them. Listening and understanding are essential.
Do you think technology helps or hinders this process?
It is a double-edged sword. Technology connects us, but it can create distance.
That is an interesting perspective. Do you use social media often?
I use it, but I limit my time. It can be overwhelming.
How do you balance online life and real life?
I prioritize face-to-face interactions. They feel more meaningful.
That is a wise approach. What do you enjoy in your free time?
I love reading and exploring new places. It fuels my creativity.
Exploration can be enriching. What was your last adventure?
I visited a nearby town last weekend. The atmosphere was charming.
That sounds delightful. Did you find anything particularly memorable?
Yes, I found a quaint little cafe. The coffee was exquisite.
Coffee can indeed be a delightful experience. What is your favorite type?
I enjoy a strong espresso. It keeps me energized.
I prefer a latte, it feels comforting. What about food?
I love trying different cuisines. Each one tells a story.
What was the most unforgettable dish you tasted?
A spicy Thai curry. It was a burst of flavors.
That sounds tantalizing. Do you like cooking?
I love cooking. It is a creative outlet for me.
What is your signature dish?
My signature dish is homemade pasta. It is always a crowd pleaser.
I would love to try it someday. What inspires your cooking?
Traveling inspires me. Each place brings new flavors and techniques.
Are there any places you wish to visit?
I dream of visiting Italy. Their cuisine is legendary.
Italy would be an incredible experience. What appeals to you the most?
The culture, history, and, of course, the food.
It sounds like a perfect blend of experiences. What motivates you to travel?
I seek new perspectives. Travel opens my mind to different cultures.
That is a wonderful outlook. How do you carry these experiences back home?
I incorporate them into my life. I try new recipes and share stories.
Sharing stories is vital. It connects us. What story do you most enjoy sharing?
I enjoy sharing tales of my adventures. Each one has a lesson.
Lessons are invaluable. What is the most important lesson you have learned?
I learned that time is precious. It should be spent wisely.
That is a powerful lesson. How do you ensure you do that?
I reflect on my day regularly. It helps me prioritize my time.
Reflecting is key. Have you learned anything surprising during your reflections?
Yes, I often discover that simple moments mean the most.
Simple moments do bring joy. What is a simple moment you cherish?
A sunset viewed with a friend. It was serene and beautiful.
Nature has a way of soothing our souls. Do you often seek out such moments?
I do. They help me recharge and find clarity.
Clarity is essential. It allows us to focus on what truly matters.
Absolutely. I focus on gratitude. It shifts my perspective.
Gratitude can transform our lives. What are you most grateful for?
I am grateful for supportive friends and family. They uplift me.
Support is vital. It is what makes difficult times manageable.
Yes, I value those who lift my spirits. How about you?
I am grateful for opportunities to learn and grow.
Continuous learning is important. It keeps life exciting.
It truly does. What is something new you would like to learn?
I want to learn a new language. It opens up new cultures.
That is a noble goal. Which language interests you the most?
I am drawn to Spanish. It is widely spoken and beautiful.
Spanish is indeed a lovely language. Have you started learning?
I have begun with beginner lessons. It is challenging but fun.
That is great. Consistency is key to language learning.
I agree. What about you? What do you want to learn?
I want to improve my public speaking skills. It is a valuable asset.
Public speaking can enhance confidence. How do you plan to improve?
I plan to join a local speaking club. Practice makes perfect.
That sounds like a productive strategy. I wish you success.
Thank you. Perhaps you could join me someday.
That would be intriguing. We could help each other.
Collaboration often leads to great results.
Indeed, learning together can be enriching.
It would be delightful to share experiences and growth.
Lesson 8: The Comfort of Books.
Good evening, Anna. I hope you are well.
Good evening, John. I am very well, thank you. How about you?
I am also well. I have been thinking about books lately.
Books can be very comforting. Do you have a favorite?
I do indeed. I often return to a specific book.
That is interesting. What book brings you comfort?
The book is Pride and Prejudice. I find it delightful.
Jane Austen's novel? What do you enjoy about it?
I appreciate the character development. Elizabeth Bennet is strong and intelligent.
I agree. Her wit is refreshing. The social commentary is also relevant.
Exactly. It reflects society's pressures on women.
It does. And the romance is captivating. Mr. Darcy is a compelling character.
Yes, he undergoes significant growth. His journey is inspiring.
Do you read this book often for comfort?
Yes, I find solace in its pages. The familiar storyline is soothing.
It is a comfort to return to something you love. I do the same.
Which book do you return to for comfort?
I often read The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho.
That is a wonderful choice. What draws you to it?
The themes of dreams and destiny are powerful.
I agree. The journey of self-discovery is universal.
Yes. Santiago's journey resonates with many people.
Have you read it multiple times?
I have read it 4 times. Each time, I learn something new.
That is the beauty of good literature. It evolves with the reader.
Exactly. What comfort do you find in Pride and Prejudice?
The humor in the dialogue makes me smile. It relieves stress.
Humor can be very therapeutic. It lightens heavy days.
Indeed, I often laugh aloud when reading it.
That is wonderful. Laughter is important.
It truly is. Do you share your favorite books with friends?
I do. I enjoy discussing literature. It opens up dialogue.
That is a great way to connect. Shared stories create bonds.
Absolutely. Recommendations can lead to new discoveries.
Have you recommended The Alchemist yet?
Yes. I have shared it with many friends. They always appreciate it.
That is fantastic. Sharing comfort is a gift.
I agree. It builds a community of readers.
What other books do you recommend?
I also love To Kill a Mockingbird. It has deep lessons.
Another classic. It highlights moral courage.
Yes, it does. The storytelling is profound.
Should we consider creating a book club?
That is a brilliant idea. It would foster great discussions.
I would enjoy exploring different perspectives.
Me too. It could be very enriching.
Let us start with our favorites.
Yes. We can invite others to join.
That sounds promising. I look forward to it.
So do I. Let us plan our first meeting soon.
I will gather some materials for discussion.
Perfect. I will prepare some questions.
Together, we will create an enjoyable experience.
Absolutely. Literature brings us together in wonderful ways.
Indeed, I cannot wait. It will be a delightful journey.